Good morning and welcome to Williams Dog Training Company. We're here today with Fred and Marty, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today is Marty's ability to understand and respond to her obedience commands, the corrections and motivations we give her while we're working with her, and the training equipment that we're using. Fred is using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and he's going to keep the bulk of that leash folded neatly in his right hand, leaving his left hand free to give the correction. The correction that we give is a tug and let go to the training collar, which is the second piece of equipment that we're using. Marty's been fitted with her own personal training collar, and we'll show you how to properly use this during your one-on-one lesson. As you can see, Marty is seated on Fred's left, which is where all our obedience training is done. The first command they're going to demonstrate is heeling. This is proper walking on a leash, and Fred and Marty take off doing that now. The command you want to use for this is Marty, heel, and then you just start walking, and she'll fall right in line on your left-hand side. We've also gone ahead and incorporated our sit command into this, so whenever Fred stops his feet, Marty will sit. There's an example there. It's important when you're heeling Marty that she walks at your pace without trying to pull ahead or lag behind. If she did attempt this, you say no, give a tug and let go correction to her training collar, repeat that command to heel, and then start walking again. Now the next command they'll demonstrate is our stay command, which is a hand and voice command. Fred will use the open flat of his left palm an inch or so from Marty's muzzle and the one-word command to stay. He then walks out to the end of the training leash. Now this is a great exercise to build up self-control in Marty. You can start practicing this one at about a minute's time and work your way up in increments until you get to about 3 minutes. And as Fred returns back to Marty, he'll walk all the way around her, providing an added distraction as he goes behind, and right back to that left-hand side heel position. She holds that sit-stay throughout, and he gives her some praise and then heels her right out of it. And he shows you a little more of the heel, sit, and stay here. Has her in a sit, he gives her that stay again, back out to the end of the training leash. This time, instead of returning back to her, he'll demonstrate our come or recall command.
Marti, come!
He's going to call her into him, using her name. She gets right up, comes into Fred. He's going to have her sit in front. And then a move called the finish. Fred's going to heel her right around the back of him, and gets her right back to that left-hand side heel position, and she sits.
Stay.
Nicely done. He'll demonstrate it one more time. She's in a sit. He gives her the stay. Out to the end of the leash. Then calls her right in. She gets up, comes into Fred. He has her sit in front. And then the finish one more time. He heels her right around the back of him and right back to that left-hand side heel position. And she sits. Nicely done. That's a good time to remind you want to practice all your commands with Marty about 15 to 20 minutes a day. You can practice them inside or outside your home and just incorporate the commands into your daily routine with her. And next up is going to be our down commands. The first one is down from a heel position. Fred will use the open flat of his left palm straight down to the ground and the one-word firm command to down. He then gives her a stay and walks back out to the end of that leash. This is another great exercise to build up that self-control. You can start practicing this one at about 3 minutes time and work your way up in increments until you get to about 5 minutes. Now Fred's going to return back to her. Once again, he walks all the way around, just like he did on the sit-stay, and right back to that left-hand side heel position. She holds that down throughout, and he gives her some praise, and then heels her right out of it. He'll show you that down again when he comes back around. Now you see Marty's doing very well, but if for any reason she does not respond to one of your commands, it's always important to follow through. So the first word out of your mouth would always be no, followed by a tug and let go correction to her training collar, and then you'd repeat the command you'd given her. Fred's going to show you the down again, and a stay, and back out to the end of the leash. This time he'll give her a second to hold it, and then he'll demonstrate the come or recall command right out of the down position.
Marti, come! Come! Good girl.
There she gets right up, comes on in, sits in front, and then the finish one more time right around the back of him, and then right back to that left-hand side heel position, and she sits. All right, we'll give them a second to get lined up for our final command, which is down from a distance. Now this will be our down from a distance. You're going to have her in a sit.
Stay.
Give her a stay. Walk out to the end of your training leash.
No. Heel.
She's tried to anticipate there and went down before he told her to. So he's going to start the command over again. Brings her back to a sit.
Stay.
Gives her the stay. Out to the end of the leash. Now this is the only time you're going to use your right hand to give the command, and Fred will drop her into a down from the end of the training leash.
Down.
And then he'll return back to her once again and walks all the way around and right back to that left-hand side. Much nicer. All right, we've demonstrated for you all the basic obedience commands we've worked on with Marty while she's been here at school. It's been a pleasure working with Marty, and we thank you again for choosing Williams Dog Training Company as your personal dog trainer.